I'm Caryn McBride, Executive Editor of the Westchester County Business Journal. Thanks for joining us today on VideoChat. Our topic today is housing in Westchester County, specifically the lack of affordable housing here. Joining me is Kevin McCarthy, a Senior Associate of CB Richard Ellis in Stamford, former resident of Westchester County, and we'll get back to that. And Kevin is also a founding member of the Westchester County Association's Young Professional Advisory Committee.
Correct.
And we're going to, again, be talking about housing here. Certainly Westchester County has a problem with affordable housing. It's been going on for some time. I know some municipalities have taken a few steps to bring in affordable housing, and some of the new construction now requires developers to put in a certain number of affordable units, but that's just not enough. And for the business community here in Westchester, certainly a big problem of attracting and retaining quality workforce. If people can't afford to live here, how are you going to have them work here? So Kevin's going to talk to us about that. Kevin, you live in Manhattan.
I do now, for about a little over a year now.
Mm-hmm. And you'd like to move back to the county?
At some point, I think obviously everybody who grows up to Westchester would love to be around their parents and love to be closer to home.
Right, that seems to be quite a problem of people that were born in Westchester now they just can't afford to live here. And a lot of your colleagues are having similar problems, which is that one of the reasons why you founded the Young Professionals Advisory Committee to talk about issues like this?
I think under the Westchester County Association, kind of the WCA, one of the major reasons, yes. And I think one, to talk about advocacy in certain areas such as housing or transportation or healthcare, even taxes, because it's all issues that we are going to eventually face in terms of growing up here, trying to get back here, raising a family here. But the housing thing hits home on a number of levels, both I think with our group across the board, because everybody lives here and works here, wants to live here and work here, and more importantly wants to own here. But under the young professional umbrella is just to get involved, and whether it's going to different networking events or receptions or doing some non-profit work or just different advocacy all over the county, that's really where the idea came from, to integrate our younger demographic into kind of the good old boys club that's been Westchester County's big networking group.
When was the group founded?
Earlier this year, I think January of this year. It was first approached to the Westchester County Association in last November after their annual fall dinner. Mm-hmm. And it was a big hit. They said if we can get this thing going, we've always tried to, but we'd support you all the way, and so far they have.
And it was you and two colleagues that started this?
Originally, Dan Lanson of CompuFit, who is in the same kind of demographic I am, we had a discussion, and we said, listen, we're both friends, we both know each other from networking events, nothing previous, and just said, would you be able to help me out on this? And he said, I'd love to. And had another person who just left a job with Abigail Kirsch and started with the Westchester County Association. That made it a lot easier to at least approach them.
And how many members do you have?
It's tough to say membership-wise. On the committee, we have about 15 people that we've held in this kind of core group. The door's been knocking down since we've started this thing in terms of getting involved in the committee. But as far as actual membership, we don't really keep a tally on that. But by judging by the events that we've had, and we've had 2 events so far, there's about 60 people that have attended events out of 150 that are on our email list.
And do you mentor young professionals, or you pull in mentors? How does that work?
That's actually an interesting question. We actually are very proud to say that we just implemented a mentoring program where we've taken people that have been extremely successful, whether it's from a business perspective or a non-for-profit, volunteerism, within the WCA, and a lot of them are their board members, to which they have over about 60 right now, and kind of approached them and said, do you have any time to dedicate for a mentoring program? And we've successfully been able to link up 15 of our committee members with 15 people within the WCA, and you're talking, as high end as Robert Weiss, Stan Frymuth, Mark Rollins. These are all people that everybody would love to have a conversation with.
Sure.
And they've said we will start a mentoring program with the ideas. This is kind of your incubator to grow it within the WCA so that young people that are not in the committee can get involved and take advantage of this program.
Now, do you have a mentor, or you're just?
I just found that out on Thursday of last week.
Who's?
So Mark Rollins.
Oh, from the Rollins.
Rollins Agency.
Insurance
Yeah.
agent. I see.
So
And now, back to the affordable housing, your next meeting is your next meeting October 30th?
the next, we've just had a seminar on healthcare last week in Tarrytown, and the next meeting is going to be October 30th I believe in White Plains at 360 Hamilton.
Mhm.
And that's going to be a discussion seminar that's going to bring in an eclectic group, not the typical group at all. You're going to have someone from hopefully Pace University, an education background
Mhm.
that's involved in real estate. You're going to have a developer, which will probably be one of the more notoriously known developers, hopefully if all goes well, in White Plains. As well as someone from the city council, the city planning board of White Plains, and one of the mayors from Lower Westchester County.